Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so what we're doing today is a 40-minute glute and abs. That's what our focus is gonna be. So I have a range of weights. I have my 20 and my 25-pound dumbbells for my glute activity. I have my 15-pound dumbbell for some of my ab work. And then I do have my glute resistant bands if you wanna grab those. If you don't have them, you're still gonna get a great workout, but you may wanna join and grab those for a little extra bonus. Don't forget your sweat tie, your drink, and your great attitude, and let's get this thing rocking! Okay, so hopefully you had a chance to grab the weights you wanted, your resistance bands if you wanted, and your great attitude. So let's get warmed up. Let's start with a squat and a reach. And we're gonna get those legs warmed up. Of course, we're still gonna get that trunk warmed up too, so that we can use those for our nice, good ab work. We've got two more. Last one, and then we're gonna pull those legs back, stretch out those quads. Ooh, yeah. We've got two more. Last one, and then we're gonna take those knees and we're gonna drive it around. So we're gonna get that trunk rotation, get some knee flexion and rotation in there. Two more. Last one, and we're going to the other side. Drive that knee across, drive it around. We're taking those arms and driving around too, just to get that trunk rotation. Two more. Last one. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right down here. We're gonna go down and up in a nice good lunge. Give me that full range. We've got two more. Last one. And then we're gonna take that leg and we're gonna straighten that knee. And then we're gonna go in that low lunge and straighten that knee. So we're starting to glide that hamstring. We've got two more. Last one. Woo, hang in that low position. We're gonna rotate around and then drive that elbow in. Rotate around, really getting that trunk rotation, opening up that hip more. Two more. Last one. And then we're gonna go right here to the center. We're gonna go right back and forth. Nice, good glides. Driving to each side, getting those inner thighs, getting a little bit lower. Okay, can you start to shift that weight onto that heel and down? Oh, baby, two more. Last one, and then we're going to the other side, and we're even Steven these lunges. Here we go, down and up. Two more. Last one, and then we're gonna go down in that glide and straighten that knee. Down and glide, straighten that knee. Two more. Last one, and we're gonna hang in that position. We're gonna rotate over that knee and then drive that elbow in. Oh yeah. You may see that one side's a little bit tighter than the other. That's pretty natural. Last one. And then we're gonna go right here into quadruped. We're gonna keep our knees flexed and we're just gonna activate those glutes, get them a little bit more warmed up, drive that heel to the ceiling. So this isn't to tire them out, it's just to say, hey, get fired up, we're ready to roll with you. Two more. Last one, then we're gonna go right out to the side and squeeze that glute. Ooh, yeah. Two more. Last one, and then we're going to the other side. Drive that heel up. Squeeze that glute, really picture squeezing that glute. We got two more. Last one, and then we're going out to the side. Squeeze that glute. Two more. Last one, and then we're gonna go into that plank and push into downward dog. And we're gonna pump those heels. We're gonna make sure those calves are moving well, stretching out. Oh yeah, and then down to the plank. Pushing the pike one more time, or downward dog. Pump those heels. And then we're gonna walk that on up. We're gonna hang right here. We're gonna rotate up toward the ceiling. Ooh yeah, stretching those hamstrings. Trunk rotation, and we're going to the other side. Oh yeah. We're gonna come on up and we're gonna hinge down and then we're gonna hinge back. Okay, so we're opening up those hips, we're gliding those hamstrings a little bit more. Down and back. Two more. Last one. We're gonna work those hamstrings a little bit more. We're gonna have that front foot there and we're gonna just glide that down, push that hip back and glide. Keeping that front leg straight, just gliding that hip, gliding that hamstring. We got two more. Last one, and the other side. Glide that hamstring. I know we work it a lot in moving that because it gets so tight on most of us. 2 more. Last one, and then let's finish with just some overhead extension just to get that upper back. We want things moving accordingly. And then we'll talk about what we're gonna do first. We are going to do supersets, last one. Okay, one's gonna be focused on the butt, one's gonna be focused on the abs. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do a wide squat. We're gonna take that weight, put it right on our back. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna just pulse and we're gonna drive it to each side and up. We're gonna come down and when we're in that low position, we're gonna slide from one heel to the other and you're gonna feel that glute activate. Slide and slide. Now you can add a resistance band if you want to. You can add the weight, that's up to you. The other thing is we're gonna do is we're gonna sit in a boat position and we're gonna canoe on our second activity. So let's start with our wide squat. I am gonna use my medium band. I'm gonna use my 25 right on my back. I'm gonna get in position and we're gonna roll this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're sitting down and then we're gonna push from heel to heel. Oh yeah. And come on back up, sit back down, push heel and heel. You're gonna feel those glutes activate, right? We're gonna sit on those heels. We're gonna push from heel to heel to heel to heel and up. Now my glute resistance band helping me kick that lateral hip in a little bit more, but you do not have to have that. You're still gonna get a great glute lift. Okay, we're sitting at low squat. We're pushing heel to heel. We've got 15 more seconds. Today we're working for 50 seconds. We can do this 2 rounds. Come on, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. I'm gonna go down into that boat position. Now, I'm gonna leave my resistance band. It's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna be one less thing I'm working on. So I'm gonna take that boat and I'm gonna canoe each side, like I've got that oar right there. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So you're canoeing each side. Okay, like you got that canoe, you're paddling with that oar, you're driving it in, you're rotating it around, and the other side. I'm sitting on my ischial tuberosity, my sit bone right there. You wanna make it more challenging? Put those feet on up. Less to balance you, less to stabilize you. Oh yeah, and we're canoeing each side. Take that oar up, or if you wanna do like a semi, lift up one leg. Oh yeah, come on, right here. Or that, move that each side. Here we go, 10 more seconds. And we're back into the squat. Woo, yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, I'm back up into that squat position. Remember, we're driving those hips back. We're sitting over those heels as we move from heel to heel. Let's get in position. So let's rock this. 3, 2, 1, we're sitting down. We're pushing, we're pushing, we're pushing, we're pushing, and up. Now, I'm still not letting my knees knock in. I'm pushing from my heels. I'm not letting those knees knock in. I'm keeping them out, keeping that lateral hip activated, and then I'm activating those glutes as I push from heel to heel, pushing off from each heel. Oh yeah, my glutes already on fire. We're only on the first one. Come on, you got this, halfway there. Okay, so you're pushing off, you're pushing off, you're pushing off, you're pushing off, and you're coming back up and resetting. We've got 10 more seconds. You're doing awesome. I know, not easy. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we got the canoe left. Okay, get in that position on that sit bone. Sitting right nice and tall. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're canoeing to each side. Oh yeah. Nice work. So we're gonna do a deadlift next. We're gonna do a Romanian deadlift. What that means is we're gonna make sure that we keep our knees straight. So yes, our limiting factor will be our hamstrings. Okay, so we're gonna hinge right at the hip, knees straight, down and up, really activating those glutes. And then we're gonna do a toe touch. We're gonna lay on our back, lift our shoulder blades up for a toe touch, with or without a weight. Giving you an idea and also distracting you from this hard canoe ride. We've got 10 more seconds. Come on, stay strong. Row, baby, row. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. So that second activity, we're gonna have our feet up. We're gonna lift enough to get those shoulder blades up off the table. We're gonna reach towards our toes. We may or may not touch our toes, but we're gonna reach towards us and back up. Now, you can use a weight with that, but you don't have to. So the first activity we're gonna do is we're gonna hinge right there. We're gonna drive through those hips and drive them up, making sure we're not rounding our back. That's one of the most problematic pieces I see with the deadlift, is people round at the back. It's a hinge. Drive those hips back, drive those hips up. Okay, so let's grab a weight or two, and let's rock this. Roll those shoulders back, and we've got 3, 2, 1. So hinge down, drive forward, okay? I'm keeping my knees straight. I'm locking out so that my hamstrings, as soon as they get that, it's like, whoop. Some of you, that might be a really short range right here. Some of you, maybe even longer range than mine. That'll vary. That's okay, but you need to pay attention to your body. Keep those knees straight, hinge at that hip, drive that hip forward. It's working those glutes, and it's still the hamstring. And working on that hamstring lengthening. You're giving that nice, good little stretch there. Here we go, 10 more seconds. Woo, baby. Nice work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Ooh, yeah. And we're going down on the ground with that feet up. Reach towards the toes, making sure at least we get our shoulder blades up off the ground. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Reach up and touch. Reach up and touch. Now I have a weight. You do not have to have a weight. That's up to you. But I at least need you to get to those shoulder blades up off the ground. Reach up and down. You got it, come on. Reach, reach, reach. Nice work, halfway there. Reaching up and back down. "15 more seconds, hang in there. Keep moving. We're working a lot of that upper abdominal, that rectus abdominis, but we're also working those lower abdominals, just keeping those feet up there. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, back to that Romanian deadlift. Making sure we're keeping those knees straight, making sure we're hinging at that hip, okay? We want a nice, good, no rounding back. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're hinging down, driving forward. Like we're shaving our legs, those weights are right against our legs. Okay, you don't want them out. You want a nice, good, close, no lever arm. You want it to be close to your body. Down and up. It's really like those weights are just rubbing your shins or your thighs, depending how far your range of motion is. Nice work. Come on, you got this. 20 more seconds. Driving forward. Hinging at that hip, and then drive through those hips forward. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, let's finish with those heel touch, or the toe touches. Woo. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're lifting up and touching. Again, you don't have to touch your toes. You may not be able to get there, but you gotta get those shoulder blades off the ground. You're crunching up and down. Reach for the sky. We're gonna do some leg lifts next, where we're gonna lift out to the side and behind us. I'm gonna use my heavy resistant band. You do not have to, the gravity can be enough, or you can put a little bit of weight on the side, give it a little resistance, but it's okay. Gravity's gonna be enough if you don't have a resistance band. 10 more seconds. Lift. Come on, get a few more in. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo. Okay, so for the second activity, we're gonna have our feet up. We're gonna have them out. Now, a lot of times when we bridge, we gotta have our feet close. This we're gonna have out because we're gonna reach to the ankle and we're gonna reach the ankle. I'm gonna keep my shoulder blades up off the ground and I'm gonna squeeze, really use those obliques to reach. But the first activity we're gonna do, we're gonna do a leg lift. You may need to be by the wall or a couch if you need balance. What we're gonna do is we're gonna lift, we're gonna squeeze back, and then we're gonna squeeze out to the side. Notice I'm not doing a lot of shifting. It's just a little squeeze and a little squeeze, just enough to get that glute and hip activated. Here we go. We're gonna start on that right side. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and squeeze. It's just a little lift. Enough to say I feel the little squeeze, but I'm not having to turn. That's just gonna add pieces that we don't need. You just need to activate that side. Now, the side that's standing is also working. It's working to stabilize you. Your trunk is working a lot to stabilize you in this standing position, and so is the stationary leg. So when we do the second round, that left leg might be a little more tired because it was stabilizing that whole time. Here we go, squeeze on the back, squeeze on the side. Just nice good glute lift, and then a side lift. Oh yeah. Come on, you may have a little more range of motion if you don't have a resistance band. That's okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we're coming back to that after this. We're gonna go down for those ankle taps. We're gonna go down on our back with our knees up. Remember, you gotta be far enough that you really reach, and you're keeping those shoulder blades off. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, lift and reach. We're gonna just slide from side to side. Don't make it easy. You're not gonna get any better if you make it too easy. You gotta reach, really squeezing those obliques. You're sliding to each side. Oh yeah, I feel them engaged. They're working. Keep it going, come on. And then we'll go up and we'll do the leg lift on the other side. Halfway there, come on. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Touch each side. You got this. 10 more seconds. Touch and touch. How many more can you get? Oh yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. My belly is feeling like it is being worked. Yes? Okay. We're coming up and we're doing the other side, okay? So we're going to nice good whoop, squeeze and squeeze. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze to the back, squeeze to the side. Just a nice little kick. Feel that glute activate, feel that outer hip activate. That activation to the outside is still actually working that glute, just so you know. And it's working the glute on the opposite side to stabilize you. So don't be thinking, oh, this is only a little bit of glute work. Oh no, baby. We're working it in multiple ways. Get that nice and strong. We want a nice, good, strong glute, not just because it looks good, but also because we know that that's gonna help a lot with our posture and decrease back injuries and back pain. It's also gonna help open those hip flexors that a lot of us get so tight in. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, back down for those ankle taps. Making sure we're getting those shoulder blades off the ground. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, reach and reach. Nice work, reach and reach. Okay, so we're going to do single leg deadlift next. So we're gonna do the same thing we did with the deadlift. We're just gonna do one side. The other side can either lift up for counterbalance, or the other side can have a toe touch so that you have balance, but it'll be the exact same movement, just with the focus on one side at a time. Then we're also going to do some plank work for our second activity. Again, you notice I'm distracting you. It doesn't feel as long and tired in these ankle taps. We've got 10 more seconds. See how fast that went? Come on, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so for our second activity, we're gonna be in that plank position. We're gonna shoulder tap, and we're gonna hip tap. And we're gonna shoulder tap, and we're gonna hip tap. Keeping that butt down. Oh yeah, and then this first activity we're gonna do is we're gonna do a single leg deadlift. So we're gonna still hinge at that hip and back down. That other leg is just gonna be back there for balance. or it can lift. That's up to you, but the point is you're not gonna round that back. You're gonna hinge right at that hip, down and up. Now, some of you may not, you're like, I can't do that balance. You're gonna keep that toe down. You're gonna still just do that nice, good hinge and down. And again, we're keeping that knee nice and straight to work that hamstring a little bit. We're gonna do that right side first, and here we go. 3, 2, 1. So down and up. Hinging down and driving forward. Okay, that back leg, I still am coming down to the center, but most of my weight is on that front leg. That back leg has about maybe 10% of my body weight. It's just there for a toe touch to give me a nice, good balance. I'm coming down, hinging down, and hinging back up. Keeping that back nice and neutral. And again, that range is gonna determine where you're at on that hamstring. No back pain. If you start to have back pain, you need to decrease that weight. You just haven't gotten that pattern down yet. Your body's compensating in the wrong spots. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're going in that plank position. We're gonna start in the quadruped position. So make sure we get in a really good plank position before we do any taps. So right here, and then we're gonna go under our toes in 3, 2, 1. Right here, onto the toes, nice tank position, tap and tap. The challenge with the tap is you gotta keep that butt down, and you gotta keep your hips facing the floor. I don't want rocking, so slow it down. It's not a fast movement, it's a control. Can I control as I shift that weight? That's what's gonna work that core the most. It's also gonna be what translates mostly to your functional activities that you're using. A lot of times we're using these dynamic movements and these weight shifts, and our body needs to be able to stabilize in those moments. So it's strengthening us to look good, and it's strengthening us to feel good in our daily activities. We've got 10 more seconds, and then we're back up for the other side. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh yeah. Woo. Okay, so we're going down. We're doing the other side. We're hinging down and back up. Oh yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're going down and up. Hinging down and hinging back up. Keeping that knee straight, hinging through that hip, hinging back, then having most of that weight on that side. We're coming straight down and straight up. Oh yeah. Working that back, working that posterior chain, that glute and hamstring. Drive that hip forward. We've got 15 more seconds. Oh. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, back to that plank, hip tap, toe tap, or hip tap and shoulder tap. Here we go. Let's get in that quadruped position, and we've got 3, 2, 1. Find that nice good plank position for me, and tap, and tap. Nice and controlled, keeping that butt down. Keeping those hips facing forward, facing the mat. Okay, they shouldn't be shifting at all and linking to either side. They're staying nice and steady and strong. Oh yeah, you got this. Stay steady. You got 20 more seconds. Nice and strong. We're gonna go up and do a kettlebell swing next. Of course, I don't have a kettlebell with me. I'm gonna use it with my dumbbell. It's gonna still be the same action. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Let me show you what we're doing for the second activity. We're gonna go into plank on our elbows next. We're gonna go into that position, and we're gonna rock one hip. We're gonna slide it over and rock the other side. Oh yeah. The first activity we're doing is we're gonna do a kettlebell swing with a dumbbell. We're gonna take that weight. We're gonna hinge down. That weight's gonna go right between our knees, and we're gonna drive that hip forward. As we drive that hip forward, that's gonna drive that weight up to eye level. It's not a lot of shoulder movement, it's a lot of hip movement. It's that hip down and up. That's why we're gonna work that glute from that. So we're gonna grab that weight. What I don't want is it to fall behind you. We're gonna put it right between those knees. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's hinge down and hinge up. Drive. It's a big pop in those hips. Okay, the arms are just going along for the ride. It's not a shoulder movement. They are working just to guide that weight, but they're not lifting from that. They're lifting from the hips. Boom. You're gonna feel that glute and that hamstring kick in as we drive that hip forward. It's also a great one to get the heart rate up there a little bit. Drive it forward. Keep driving. 15 more seconds. Oh yeah. You're doing awesome. Hang in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, going down onto that plank position on our elbows, and we're gonna drop each hip to each side. Catch that breath for just a second. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Again, find that nice, good plank position. Drop a hip, slide it up, and roll it over to the other side. You're gonna feel like you slide it up. You're gonna feel like you slide your weight over and drop the other hip. Almost like we're making a nice little rainbow. You notice I'm not way up high. I'm staying low, sliding low and touching. We're working those obliques a lot. We're working a lot right now. We're working our quads and our hamstrings just to maintain that position. We're working our back. We're working our glutes. Oh yeah. And of course our obliques, our rectus, all of those are engaged in this activity. Look how much we're multitasking. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh yeah, we're going back up for that kettlebell swing. Whew. We're working hard, aren't we? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're hinging down and driving forward. Never did use my 20 pounds yet today. I wasn't sure if I was gonna get fatigued, so I always had it there just in case. I stuck with my 25 today. I was able to stay strong with that. But I always like to range because you never know. Second round, you wanna make sure you stay with the form. Sometimes you have to decrease your weight to do that. You just gotta always have that ready and available for you so you can stick with great form. Come on, halfway there. We're popping that hip and pop. 15 more seconds. Drive that hip. Drive that hip. Oh yeah. Come on, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we're going down for those hip taps. Get in position on those elbows. We've got 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Sliding over. Those hips tap, slide them over. Nice work. You're doing great. Woo, yeah. We're not gonna use any weights for the next activities. We're gonna do some mermaid crunches, and we're gonna do some tall glute bridge with knee drives. Really gonna activate those glutes that way. Come on, you got 10 more seconds. Oh yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so the second activity is we're gonna be on our side. We're gonna though cross those legs like a mermaid, and we're gonna crunch those knees right up to our elbow, right here. If you need to, you can just do one side, but you can try being a nice, pretty mermaid. The other activity is we're gonna stay in a tall bridge, kind of that tabletop position. We're gonna take one leg out. We're gonna drive it back and forth. The leg that is stationary is the one that is working. So if we're gonna work my left side, I'd move my right side back and forth. This glute's gonna try to keep your body nice and upright. It's gonna burn, but it's gonna be a good burn. So let's get in position. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Drive and up. So I'm driving my left leg in and out, but I'm working that right sided glute as it keeps me upright and drives through that heel to push upright. Nice and controlled. Down and up. You're gonna be like, yes, this is why we only need a body weight. This is gonna be enough on this one. Gonna give a nice good glute burn with it. 20 more seconds. Really try to push to that top tabletop at the end. Oh yeah, 10 more seconds, that full range. Really get that glute in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh yes. Okay, so we're gonna do that same side, that right side, crunch right here, down and up. Are you ready? Let's get in position. 3, 2, 1, 2, driving that elbow into those knees and crunch. Driving it in and crunching. Again, you can do just the top leg if you can't do both, that's okay. And crossing the legs is a little easier than trying to do it together. Keeps those to get a little bit easier to crunch those up. Come on, 30 more seconds. Oh yeah, we're crunching. We're working hard. We'll do the other side next round. Oh yeah. Hang in there, you're doing awesome. You're using a lot of obliques, can you tell? They're burning, aren't they? 10 more seconds, almost done. Oh yeah. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so we're back up to this tall bridge. This time I'm gonna drive in my right side so I work that left side glute. Whew, catch that breath. Are you ready? Let's get in position. And we've got 3, 2, 1. Drive and out. Again, a leg that's stationary, that's driving your hip to that top tabletop, it's the one that's working. I probably don't have to tell you that because you're gonna feel it. Nice work. Drive that baby in and drive it out. You got this. Drive and out. 20 more seconds. Come on, come on. Stay steady for me. You got this. Oh yeah. You're doing awesome. 10 more seconds. Hang in there, hang in there. Oh, let that burn, and we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh my goodness. Yes, we've got that mermaid on the other side. Catch that breath. We're gonna go to that left side. We're gonna do those crunches. Are you ready? Let's get in position, and we've got 3, 2, 1, and we're driving up and down. Drive that crunch. Nice work. Come on, crunch that baby in and back out. Now, good news is we only have 1 more superset left. That's it. Okay, we're gonna do some bridging and we're gonna do some fire hydrants. I'm going to use my glute bands, but you can use just body weight against the gravity. Still gonna be a great work. Don't be discouraged about that. But if you wanna grab some glute bands, those are great. They're easy to find on Amazon. I use the ones that are rubbery. They've got a little bit of grip. I talk about that a lot in my Facebook group, just to give you guys ways to add some resistance and some fun activities. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh yeah. Okay, so first activity will be in this quadruped position. Our feet are gonna be flexed, our knee is bent, and we're gonna lift right out to the side and back. What you wanna do is you don't wanna shift open. You wanna lift just enough to squeeze, but not to shift your weight, okay? You're gonna keep those hips facing down, and it's just a nice good lift. I'm gonna use a band for that. The other activity we're gonna do is we're gonna go down on our back and we're gonna bridge. I'm gonna use a band, I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna squeeze those glutes and come back down. We're gonna do 3 pumps up and we're gonna come back down. So let's start with the fire hydrants. Whew. Let's get in position in that quadruped position, and we've got 3, 2, 1. Lift out to the side and just squeeze that glute. Okay, keeping those hips facing down. We're just lifting and squeezing. So you're gonna feel like you lift kind of right from your knee and up. And just squeeze that outer thigh. Nice, good lift, squeeze, and back down. Halfway there, lift and squeeze. Now you're gonna feel the side that's down, also working that glute to stabilize you. So it's gonna get fatigued for the next round, just know that. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. I'm gonna do a little heavier, for that was my medium. I'm gonna do heavier for my bridging. You do not have to do any of that change up. That's all up to you. Let's get on the ground. Make sure your heels are towards your butt, real close. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're lifting up. 3 adductions and back down. Making sure too, your feet are shoulder width apart and your heels are close to that glute. That's gonna activate that glute better. I'm gonna lift up, squeeze that glute, push on out, and then come back down. 3 little knee squeezes at that nice good top range. That glute is activated, and back down. Oh, yes. Come on, 15 more seconds. You're doing great. Hang in there. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we've got the fire hydrant on the other side. Now I switch bands because that medium band gives me a little bit better range of motion and doesn't restrict me so much, if you're ever wondering. Okay, so we've got the left side now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So we're lifting out and squeezing that side, and you may say, wow, this one's already tired, because remember, it was stabilizing you the last round. So it's a little bit more worked. And the right side may be feeling like it's working a little bit more and screaming at you for stabilizing. They're saying, we haven't worked today, we are tired. That's a good feeling. It means we've done what we're supposed to do today. Lift and squeeze, halfway there. Nice, good squeeze and down. Hang in there, keep the form. Okay, don't get sloppy when you get tired. Lift and squeeze, keeping those hips facing down. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, last thing, let's bridge. Let's make this thing rock and roll. Okay, feet are shoulder width apart, back towards those hips, that butt, and here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lift and squeeze and down. Lift and squeeze with a little bit of adduction and back down. Just pump those knees out just slightly and then come back down. Just making sure you get to that top range where you really squeeze that glute. Lift and squeeze, pushing on out, and then sit back down. Making sure you don't flop down, but you control it down. That's the key. No flopping. It's controlling up and down. We're halfway there. Stay strong, stay steady. We are almost at the end. Yes, we are. Whoop, whoop. Oh, hang in there. 10 more seconds. Oh yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, baby. Okay, so we're gonna sit right here. We're gonna cross that over and lift that up and really open up that hip. Stretch out that glute. Oh yeah, rock that. A little bit back and forth. Find that nice good opening of that hip. Oh yeah. And switch sides. We're gonna take that other side. We'll walk that up. Open up that hip. This is a great one to do throughout the day. Keep that hip mobility. It'll help keep with your recovery. It's also just healthy to make sure we have nice, good, strong back because our hips are moving and rotating like they should be. Nice work. Okay, so we're gonna go over. We're gonna go right here into child's pose. Stretch that on out. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna rock up, drop our hips. We're gonna look on up towards the ceiling and stretch those abs. Oh, we work those babies. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna push down into downward dog. Push those heels down. Stretch out those hamstrings. Push on back. Oh, that feels good. Oh yeah. We're gonna step that left foot forward. We're gonna drop that knee down and we're gonna reach the side to get those obliques and that hip flexor. Pull that into that nice good stretch. And then we're gonna straighten that front knee out so we get that nice good hamstring. Keep breathing. And then we're gonna do the other side. Downward dog. Step through the other side. Drop that back knee and lean on over to get that nice good hip flexor. Yeah. And those obliques. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna straighten that front knee out to get that nice good hamstring stretch. Oh, that feels so good, right? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High five for rocking that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel below so you get new workouts every weekday morning. Also, if you want to know more about my Facebook group or my coaching program, that link's also below. Have a great day.